Greetings, everybody. It's Chris Wilson from St. Andrew Christian Church. I'm here to talk about our sermon for this coming week. I mentioned last week, or if you were in worship last Sunday, we started a new series on the book of Deuteronomy, which was a series that is reflecting on what it means to have a communal ethic. How do we understand ourselves in relationship to others and to God? And set the stage back last week with Deuteronomy chapter 6 that talked about the Shema and this beginning understanding that came out of the Old Testament Ten Commandments of what it meant to be in relationship and why that was so important and why communal ethic and communal understanding superseded anything else. The text for this week, we are continuing in that whole theme of Deuteronomy and communal ethic. The text this week comes from Deuteronomy chapter 10. And so this week we're going to look specifically in that communal ethic is what God believes we're capable of doing. And so this communal ethic is the responsibilities and the connections and the possibilities of humanity in terms of what God thinks is possible when we have a communal ethic that's healthy and thriving, the kind of community that's possible that we can create, not just within our church community, but how it might unfold and trickle out and impact the lives of those that we're in contact with every day. Places we volunteer, organizations that we partner and do justice with, people we encounter in grocery stores or different places in our life, and maybe even our family systems. And sometimes those systems are the hardest ones to figure out as our family systems. But I think a communal ethic sometimes is best understood in terms of God's understanding of what this might mean versus a bottom-up in terms of this is how we're supposed to be, God, what do you think? Is we get to hear in Deuteronomy God's perspective of what's possible in us, and it sets the stage for us. There is a sociologist that often says that the greatest mentor in our life, the people that we look up to the most, that we often reflect the most important person in our life. And the people that we look up to, that we want to be like them, we want to reflect them. And so whoever that most important person in your life, you can accomplish and do whatever they do. And I thought about that in terms of maybe the most important person in our life is not a person. Maybe the most important person is a presence. And the presence of God and the mindset of God and the ethos of God and what God thinks is possible in us is greater than what even one person can think is possible in us. And so the God perspective on a communal ethic becomes really important. And so we'll look at the God perspective this week in this whole understanding of communal ethics. So I hope you'll join us this week.